The Mariners be a serious player and contender for the latest Japanese slugger that is hitting the free agent market right now? I'm going to cover that question and a couple other things as well. We got a couple key trades that happened, one with the Mariners and one throughout the major leagues. And then I wanted to start off this show with Depoto's comments. Depoto, why did that sound weird? Am I saying it weird? Depoto? Jerry Depoto? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Welcome to Mariners Daily, guys. I want to cover Jerry Depoto's comments after the Naylor signing. I appreciate you guys joining me on this episode 45 of Mariners Daily. My name is Sam Edwards. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time, if this is your 45th time, shout out to you. And yeah, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the things that I discuss in this episode and each topic as it goes. Let me know what you think. Here we go. Jerry Depoto's comments after Josh Naylor's signing. We got a quote here. And I do want to preface this with just saying, going into this offseason, I was very worried about what we were going to get from Depoto this coming offseason. After the key season that it was, obviously, making it as far as we did in the playoffs. Just gonna turn off my microphone a little bit. Turn it up. I I didn't know what to expect coming into this offseason with a key free agent in Josh Naylor, with a team that is clearly on at the ready to contend for a World Series, not just the freaking wild card, winning the division, beating the Astros. We proved a lot of people wrong and, proved a lot of stuff to me. And I kind of wanted to see that reflected in this offseason. Not only with the money that we would need, but also with the urgency, getting things done quickly. And Jerry Dipoto not only did that by signing Josh Naylor, also to a very manageable contract. It's not like we overpaid or anything. Honestly, if you told me we were signing Josh Naylor this quickly, I would have said 5 years, at least 100 million. I would have said 5 years, 125. If you said he's signing before Thanksgiving, I would have said 5 years, $125 million, because I thought we were going to have to pay even more because there's enough people that want Josh Naylor, especially if you got the freaking Pittsburgh Pirates coming in out of nowhere. Like, what? I don't even know what to talk about with that. The Pirates are apparently planning on spending some money, and they're apparently in on Kyle Schwarber as well. Very weird. But there's more than enough teams that want a guy like Josh Naylor. The Red Sox need a first baseman. There's plenty of teams that need a first baseman like Josh Naylor, and he's just a good player. So obviously you want him. I would have said it was 5 years, 125 million, and that the Mariners are serious. Instead, it's 5 years, $92.5 million, and we got him. We got him. And Jerry Dipoto is now saying the right things after doing the right things. Here's his quote. He says, "To me, it would have been negligence if we went into the offseason and the first thing we did was let Josh walk away because of some, business decision instead of just stepping up and doing the thing that kind of kept the band together." Honestly, this entire offseason so far has felt like it's a nice relaxation. Feel like he's the right guy to lead this ship. Feel like Depoto's the right guy. And him just saying that just says everything that I was expecting coming into this offseason, that I was worried about, I should say. That, you know, we were going to dance around it. I thought we were going to dance around Naylor a little bit. I did think he was going to ultimately come back to the Mariners. I thought we were going to re-sign him, but I thought we were going to wait a little while, and I thought Dipoto was going to play the game because I feel like he's the type of GM, and he's not the GM I know, vice president, president of baseball operations, whatever it is. He feels like the type of guy to play the game, to play the negotiation game because he knows he needs to. And you know what? Maybe Naylor took a discount. That's possible. I know a lot of times it takes teams a little while to actually make a serious offer, and maybe the Mariners just made that serious offer sooner than he expected, and Naylor was willing to take it when he could have arguably gotten more money if he had waited for other teams to figure out their first base situation and figure out, maybe trading someone and then moving towards Naylor. Maybe like the Red Sox, if they decided to trade Tristan Cassis, maybe they could have pushed for Naylor after that. But either way, he didn't wait. He signed with the Mariners, and obviously we're all unbelievably happy that it happened. But now Depoto's saying the right things now. He's he's saying what we were expecting. It would have been negligence if we went to the offseason and the first thing we did was let Josh walk away because of money. And he says business decision. But at the end of the day, it's just money. Just money at the end of the day. So I agree. It would have been negligence. Devoto's saying the right thing, and I love to see it. Love to freaking see it. Yeah, shout out Jerry Devoto for getting this done. And shout out him for saying the right things afterwards, because a lot of times they can just say the boring things. But he said the quiet thing out loud. He said the thing that we were all thinking going into the offseason. Everybody was saying it. We have to re-sign Josh Naylor. He's too perfect of a fit on this team. Like, I don't think Josh Naylor is the best player ever. And I did plot out some scenarios that for us not to re-sign him, that I would be okay with him walking, because I think there are some players out there that could fit that hole. But at the end of the day, it also, I mean, like Dipoto also said he's got one of the highest IQs of a player he's met, which is amazing. It just Josh Naylor just fits so perfectly on this team that even if we had to overpay it, it is worth it at the end of the day. He is, and signing him this quickly just gives me a nice, relaxing, deep breath. We're okay. And we're getting led by the right person. And that's huge. That is so freaking huge. Yeah, it's just great to see. And I'm really curious to see where we go with the rest of this offseason, which, speaking of, could we sign this NPB slugger in Munetaka Murakami? He's a slugger, all right, and he's about to be 26 years old, super young, and he could fit perfect. He's been starting at third base for a while, not graded super highly defensively at third base, but third base nonetheless, and he's been slugging. This past year, he did start off slow due to a oblique injury, which shelved him for a couple months to begin the season. But when he finally emerged, he was slaughtering the baseball. 224 plate appearances this past year, 22 home runs, a 14.3 walk percentage. So my boy is walking. 28.6 K percentage, a little high. We're going to get to that. A 390 isolated power. He's got a 273 batting average, a 379 on base, and a 663 slugging percentage. Now, listen, this is Japanese baseball, so let's take it one step at a time. Woo! Oh boy. One step at a time. Obviously, it's not going to be an A to B situation, or A to A, I should say. It's a little bit of an apples to oranges situation. They're not as good of pitchers, obviously, in the NPB versus the MLB, but a 210 runs created plus this past season does speak to how good he is, even just for Japanese baseball. Dude was killing it. 2024, full season, 610 plate appearances. He had 33 home runs that year, a 17.2 walk percentage, 29.5 K percentage. We'll get to that. A 244 batting average that year, a 379 on base, and a 472 slugging, but still a 156 runs created plus. Speaks to how solid of a hitter he is, and he's taken his walks, and the power is very legit. However, not good defensively at third base. That's a problem. We need somebody that's good defensively at third base. Also, I don't know if I am down to sign somebody long term to plug up that hole at third base. Maybe we could, because Emerson would just start it short once JP is off the team. I don't know. It's tough to figure out what we want to do with this roster. But I'll say Murakami does not fit on this team, and for a myriad for a couple different reasons. First off, like I said, the K percentage is high. 28.6 this past year, 29.5 the year before, 2024, in a full season. It's too high. It's too high for me. The pitching is definitely better in the MLB, and that high of a K percentage already means that he's going to be striking out most likely even more here, and that's not great. And if he's not making contact, then the power doesn't mean anything. It's great that he takes his walks. That's great, but you're gonna have to prove to me that he's gonna make enough contact for his power to play here in the majors. That's one reason why I wouldn't want him for this Mariners team. Second reason, I think he's getting paid too much. I mean, MLB Trade Rumors, their prediction. MLB Trade Rumors, first off, great website. I've following them for such a long time. I would highly recommend if you don't have a good MLB news site that gives you just good information overall. They're just very well written. It's great. MLB Trade Rumors, they give their predictions for the top 50 free agents every season before it happens. They have him 8 years, $180 million. That's out of our price range. We're not signing him. We're not signing him. Pardon me for the yawns, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm back. This is apparently a shtick that I do, that I yawn. It sucks. Uh, 8 years, 180 millions out of our price range, and that is a huge reason why I don't think we're going to sign him. Obviously, he's only 26 years old. Big things can happen. Obviously, he's got the power, but after one of his MVP seasons, which was 2022, I believe, 2023, the K percentage took a big jump, went from like 21% to 28%. And it has not come down since. Consistently, it has been right around that mark, and that's not great. That is a key reason why I don't even want him on the team necessarily. Yes, I would be excited if we signed him. That'd be super cool. But I would rather go after Bregman if we're gonna spend this much amount of money, you know? If we're gonna spend $180 million, like, I don't think Bregman's gonna get 180, but in point proven, like, I don't think we should sign Murakami if we're willing to sign a player for that much amount of money and plug up third base full time. Let's go get Alex Bregman instead, you know? That works for me. I'd rather see that personally. Let me know what you think. Should we sign Murakami? Is that the guy that you want? Do you think the power is worth it to sacrifice for the strikeouts? Very possible. We got Josh Naylor. He's going to be consistent for us. J Rod is consistent. Rowley's consistent. Rosarena was very good, but I wouldn't say consistent because we did see him slump quite a bit at the in the second half. But we do have some consistent hitters that are going to be consistent. You know, they're going to be producing. And Murakami could be that, big power bat that plugs up that Geno spot at third base, but I think we want somebody a little bit better and a little bit less money as well. I don't think we're gonna spend the money for him. I don't know. It's not gonna happen, I don't think. Somebody else threw it out in the comments a couple episodes ago. If not the last episode, actually. Yesterday. Could be wrong. Somebody threw out Murakami as an option. I don't think we're gonna sign him. That's a cool idea. I don't really want him. That's just me. I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be exciting, as most Japanese players are when they come over, but who the jury's still out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, next up on the docket, we got a trade. Made a trade with the Red Sox. This is right before the rosters close. You had to have your 40-man roster figured out. So we traded for Alex Hoppe from the Red Sox. We traded the catcher Luke Kamen, who is a 14th round pick in the 2025 draft for the Mariners. Hasn't played in the minors at all, so I'm totally fine with this. Hoppe looks like an interesting reliever. He pitched in Double A and Triple A this past year, combined 61 innings pitched, 26.4 K percentage over both leagues, a 12.3 walk percentage, 4.55 ERA, 3.88 FIP. Not bad. Flamethrower, though, high 90s four seam. Very good cutter that he uses a decent amount. Slider, he also uses a decent amount, and then uses the changeup about like 7% of the time. but it's a pretty much a 30-30 split between the fastball, cutter, slider. So that's kind of interesting. I'm really curious to see what happens here. The Mariners seem to be collecting these young flamethrowers, the guys that don't, aren't great with control, but they have some high strikeout potential. So I'm really curious to see what happens. That kind of reminds me of what Andres Munoz was coming up when nobody really expected him to be the guy because that he was so shaky, and look how he's turned out. So I do really believe in this Mariners team that they're going to be able to at least turn up one of these guys into a quality major league reliever. And sorry, Hoppe. I want to say Hoppe so bad because of Logan Hoppe on the Angels. It's just Hoppe on this one. Uh, I I think oh my gosh, I said it again. I think Hoppy could be that guy for the bullpen. I think he could be a solid middle relief arm, but he doesn't have to be super low leverage, super, low risk, high reward type guy. Hoppy, not a Hoppy. Got it. Okay, perfect. Whew. I think he could be interesting. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to see how he turns up. Like I said, it's a high walk rate though, so that's always tough to deal with, but could be interesting. Could be very interesting. And talk about interesting. Final news story of today. It's one of the biggest talking points around the majors right now. Orioles make a crazy trade with the Angels. The Orioles trade Grayson Rodriguez. Yes, that Grayson Rodriguez, 26-year-old Grayson Rodriguez, to the Angels for Taylor Ward. 1 year of Taylor Ward. Let's talk about it. 32 years old, Ward is about to be. Played a full season this past year, 663 plate appearances, plays left field, 36 home runs, 11.3 walk percentage. All right, that's pretty good. 26.4 K percentage, a little high, but not terrible. The power makes up for it. A 247 isolated power for Taylor Ward. He hit 228 this past year, with a 317 on base and a 475 slugging percentage. That is a 339 WOBA and a 342 expected WOBA. 117 runs created plus and 2.94 on the season. Decent player, above average. I would actually compare him to Randy Arozarena, just with a little bit more power and less speed and a much better walk percentage. I think they're actually pretty comparable, just like overall value wise. Arozarena was right around a 2.9 F4 on the season. So, but for one season of Taylor Ward, they're getting Grayson Rodriguez, the Angels. Ridiculous. Now listen, he was injured this entire season. He had elbow and shoulder injuries, which wiped out the entire year. He started the season on the IL with elbow inflammation. While on the IL, he had a lat strain, which set him back. And then in July, the shoulder was apparently fine, but the elbow was still a problem. He underwent a debridement surgery. No idea what that is. Don't even ask. I don't. If you're going to comment one thing on this episode, do not ask me about debridement surgery. I have no idea. I'm not looking it up for you. I'm not going to do it. Google's free. Google's free, bro. Just figure it out. Last time G Rod pitched, Grayson, last time he pitched was in 2024, 116 and two-thirds innings pitched, which was a big season for him. A 26.5 K percentage, brought the walk percentage down to 7.3%, and he had a 3.86 ERA and a 3.66 FIP. High octane arm, top prospect for the Orioles, all the way coming up. Still only 26 years old, and the Orioles are giving up. I feel like they have to know something about G Rod to be trading him. Like, I feel like they must know something about his about his arm. Is his arm toast? Like, is he done for? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He would have to never play again to make this a lose for the Angels, because I just don't see that happening. I don't know, man. Maybe he does pitch and he's absolutely terrible, and maybe Ward really helps the Orioles in this lineup. But the Orioles rotation is like empty, dude. It's like freaking empty. Who do they have? They got freaking Tyler Wells, Dean Kramer. They have one other guy that I'm forgetting right now. one other young guy. But either way, it's a pretty empty rotation. I don't know what the Orioles are doing. People are talking about them about to have like a big offseason. I feel like we've said that for such a long time. And I've hoped for that for the Orioles for a while, just like from the outside looking in. I thought they were going to have a big offseason last year, and they did nothing. And the year before that, I don't know what the Orioles are doing. Freaking most of the time, it's the Angels that I don't know what they're doing. When Mike Trout was up, listen, let me just give you a little peek of my baseball fandom, just in general. When Mike Trout came into the league, he was such a freaking stud, and I honestly was hoping that the Angels would do something. Listen, I appreciate MLB teams that try to win. Okay, those are the teams I appreciate. The teams I hate the most are the teams that do not try to win. The Colorado Rockies, the Oakland A's, Chicago White Sox right now. It, teams that just do not try to win, you are on my hate list. And the Angels were trying to win. They were trying to do something. Now, I mean, this is a great deal for them. Honestly, Grayson is looks good enough. I mean, it's pretty low risk for them. I mean, Ward is on his last year. I don't think the Orioles are going to sign him. I don't think they should. He's 32 years old. Like, I don't know what the Orioles are doing, man. I don't know what they're doing, but I know what the Mariners are doing, baby. And they're trying to win. And we're going for it. And now they're saying the right stuff. And I love to see it. Don't think Murakami's on the list. I don't think that's on the wish list right now, but we'll see what happens. They got to fill that third base, but they don't even have to. They don't even have to. They do have some depth. So we'll see what happens. I want them to. Give me a stopgap option at third. Let me know what you guys think. Throw out some ideas if you think you got a player that you think would work. I've talked about Brendan Donovan. I talked about Alec Boehm yesterday. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Have a good one.